Assalamualaikum. Today's tutorial is going to be on desi food. The desi food that we're going to be making is saag. This is mustard leaves, no, not mustard leaves, watercress leaves. Okay, it's watercress saag that I'm making. It's 3 bunches of watercress, quite large bunches. This is a little bit of a more of a grown version of watercress, not the one that you tend to use in salads. Okay, it has quite a strong flavor, and I've used 2 ratios of 2 bunches of spinach. And the other thing that I'm going to be adding is dill. No, not dill. What's it called? Oh God, I've forgotten the name. This is called... Oh my God. Oh well, anyway, during the process, if I remember the name, I'll mention it. And the thing to do with this is wash it before you cut it, because it's quite fine and it will run through the sieve. Whereas the watercress or the spinach, what you would do is wash... chop it into very small pieces, and then in a large bowl run quite a lot of water in it and strain it through in a strainer, and all the sand, all the little bit of debris will be left at the bottom of. And do this a few times, because the last thing you want is to bite into your saag, morsel of saag, and then you're crunching on bits of sand. So that's normally one of the downfalls. So make sure to wash it properly in some running water. Okay, so what we're going to use is very minimal few things. I've got some garlic and chilies crushed, and in a pan I've got some hot oil. You can use butter if you like. I've used about maybe a couple of tablespoons, a large spoonful of oil. I've just basically warmed it up, and I'm going to add the chilies and the garlic to this and just brown that off a little bit. Okay, so okay, I've remembered, it's called fennel. Okay, so it's fresh fennel, and to this mixture I'm just browned off the garlic and the chilies, and I'm going to add just 1 sliced onion and just slightly brown that off. And then we're going to add, these are small sized tomatoes. I'm going to just chop up 4 or 5 small sized, medium sized tomatoes, and I'm just going to add that to the mixture. You just want the onions just softened up. You don't really want them too browned off. And as soon as they've gone a little bit, add the tomatoes, and then just let that soften up. And what we want to do is get this ready to a stage. As soon as it's softened up, what we want to do is take out some of this mixture, and then we're going to cook the saag in the same pan, and we're going to add this back to give it a nice strong flavour of these spices. Okay, so after cooking it for a little while, maybe 5-10 minutes, when the tomatoes and everything has blended in and softened up a little bit, the tomatoes have started to break down, and the outer skin has started to move away. We're going to add the fennel to this. Now that's the sort of last thing that I did, chopped that up. I'm going to add that and cook that in this fried mixture. The strong flavour of the fennel will sort of blend in with this, and then I'm going to just take this. Once this is done, I'm going to take majority of this out, and I'm going to cook the saag, the rest of the saag, in this same mixture. So as soon as this starts cooking, it's going to start decreasing. It's going to have a very strong aroma, this will, because fennel is quite strong. See the beautiful colours. I'll tell you, beautiful smell as well. So we're going to be cooking, we're going to be finishing making this, and we're going to serve it with macchiato. So in case you're wondering what macchiato is, a wholemeal, no, it's cornmeal flour, and it's stone ground cornmeal flour that I'm going to be using to make the almost like a tortilla chapatis, and serve it with lassi, makhan and makki roti and saag. Okay, that's the serving suggestion for you. There's nothing quite like it. It brings back so many wonderful memories. All we need now with this dish is some really nice, beautiful weather. I'm going to add a bit of salt to this, just to make sure that this mixture is flavoured as well. You could say this is the flavour paste. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop this out now. Take out as much of the oil out of this because I don't want, perhaps not all of it, but as much as I can, because the real flavour is in this, and I don't want the water content in the original saag is going to take away the flavour of this, which I don't want it to do. So I'm going to take the majority of this out, and I'm going to add, so we're just left with a little bit of the bottom layer. Okay, so this now, I'm going to add just a little bit of salt to this, and just cover this, and I'm going to let it just go down in size, because once it starts steaming, it's going to go a lot less. So find the lid for the pot, just cover that and just leave it to steam and go less. Now as soon as it starts steaming up, it's going to decrease and shrink away really. And so you've only got a fraction of what you started off with. It was like a pan full, and it's only been, once it's come to the boil, it's a lot less left. And it's going to leave its own water and hopefully just cook in that. We're not going to add any more water. And my mum's cut this, she's cut it a little bit too thick. I would like to cut it a little bit smaller, so that is quite nicely thinly done. Okay, so we're going to leave it for a little bit longer. I'll put the lid back on and let it steam for a bit more longer, so that these stems cook down. It's quite soft, but I need it to just sort of that go really nice and soft. Now we started off with quite a lot. Unfortunately, once it's softened, and it's going to shrink to basically just a little bit left. Fry out, dry out the water content in this. Now we've no natural mukkan. Mukkan is unclarified butter. Generally in our culture, we normally have homemade butter, which is absolutely delicious. No additives, nothing added. It's normally just fresh and very creamy and absolutely beautiful. Now, unfortunately, we don't have that. So what we're going to do is, once the water has dried out of this, make sure that the whole of the water is dried out. We're going to add a chunk of butter to this. So I'm going to add a chunk of butter, and then I'm going to, this is our substitute for the mukkan. Let that melt and fry out in this. It's going to take a bit of time to melt and now, unfortunately, this is a little bit too thick for my liking. The stems are still a little bit standing. I would have liked it cut a bit fine. But my dear mum insisted on cutting it for me, so I left her to it. And bless her, her hands don't work so well, so she's got obviously all the age-related illnesses. Yeah, so once the butter has started to separate and it's all melted away, we're going to add back what we'd initially taken out, which is our pot of flavors. So I call this the pot of flavors. This is the onions and the mixture that we prepared right at the beginning. Blend all that in. And we're almost ready to serve. Transfer this to the serving dish and then prepare my makki roti atta for making the tortilla chapatis.